we've invited some of San Juan County's most entertaining personalities to be a DJ for a day. It's the Cheesy Joke Show with Catherine Abeta and Jennifer Johnson from the San Juan United Way, Tuesday, November 19th at 10 a.m. DJ for a day. Get the complete schedule online at KSJE.com. And keep listening to 90.9 FM KSJE Farmington. KSJE is a listener-supported radio station licensed to San Juan College in Farmington, New Mexico. We're thrilled to be able to offer new, innovative, and unique programming. But we need your help. See all the ways you can support KSJE by going to our website at ksje.com/support. This is 90.9 FM, KSJE, Farmington, New Mexico. We interrupt our regularly scheduled program for this special presentation on KSJE, Farmington. It's KSJE's DJ for a Day, and please welcome to our visual radio studio our host for the next hour from Theater Ensemble Arts.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is Chris. I'm what am I? The treasurer for
Something
Theater
like
Ensemble Arts. And who else do we have here?
I'm Brit Ward. I'm the vice president for some reason.
Right. And and who are you?
I'm Joey Herring.
And so you're listening to 90.9 KSJE. This is DJ for a Day. And we're here to do kind of two things. One, we're here to ask you to help support KSJE, and we'll talk about KSJE here a little bit in a few moments. But we're also here to talk about Theater Ensemble Arts, what we do, and most importantly, what our 2020 season is for the year, because we've got a lot of things going. And so, if you're listening, you already know what KSJE has to offer. We have BBC, we've got national music programming, conversation, and different things like that. But we're here kind of to guide you on how to donate. And so if you go to ksje.com, click on the support tab and scroll down through the different options, you can basically give KSJE your money. And KSJE has different sort of options like $10 a month, $20 a month, $41.67 a month, if you're really wanting to break it down to nuts and bolts. But they have a lot of options. And what I love about KSJE is I'm a classical music person, and I don't have a lot of options, but there's a lot of stuff in terms of like Center Stage with Wolf Trap, and then the America Opera, different things like that on Sunday afternoons. That's really, really kind of special to me, and there's no other place to go for that. And so it's really, really kind of amazing to have. And so another thing that we're doing is we're doing a drawing.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And so, Joey, talk to us about that.
Well, we're going to be doing a drawing during this hour. If you are a supporter of KSJE, you'll be entered into a drawing to win 2 season tickets to Theater Ensemble Arts' upcoming 23rd season.
Right.
And that's a $60 value.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, depending on your age.
Yeah, well.
And whether or not you're a student, things like that. So, our season for 2020 is, we've got a great lineup. We've got one play called 4 Weddings and an Elvis. Every time I say it, I want to say 4 Weddings and a Funeral, but spoiler alert, nobody dies.
Also very distinctly different story.
Very distinctly different story. And so it's about this woman, Sandy, who is and I'm reading from a script, the 4 times married, 3 times divorced, owner of a wedding chapel in Vegas, and she has, even by Vegas standards, the craziest day of her career. And so we've got a fun director for that. Who do we have?
We have Melanie Leeson, who is actually her first time directing. She's done a lot of work with TEA over the years. She's been one of our, I'm a little biased here, but she's one of our most valuable players, basically. She's there for everything, helps with everything, and this is her first chance to really realize a vision. She read the script, fell in love with it, and kind of beat her way into the director's chair, but I think deservedly so, I think. She's got a wonderful view for it.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then after that, we're doing, what's it called?
Sherlock Holmes and the Sinister Trio. I almost said The Case of the Missing Formula, which is a very different children's take on Sherlock Holmes.
And so this is a Sherlock Holmes play.
It is.
But what's different about it?
I wonder.
Well, it's different because it's written by a local author, some guy named Brit Ward.
He's a hack. Yeah.
We literally found somebody off the street to write a Sherlock Holmes play, and we're looking forward to see what it looks like when he's done writing it.
What were you thinking?
And then, so Joey, what are we doing in the summer?
Oh, well, we do this little show called A Midsummer Night's Dream by Shakespeare.
And it's fun because we're going to be doing it like in the summer, outdoors, all kinds of stuff. So what we're doing on the show is we've got pieces of music that kind of, in some ways, like directly correlate, but in most ways sort of loosely kind of correlate with the shows that we've got. And so we're going to kind of talk about each of the shows individually, play some music, and then, again, ask you to go to KSJE.com, click on the support tab, and find an option that works best for you, because this is a member-supported station. And I'm going to go off on a tangent. I was driving home from Durango on Sunday afternoon, and I was listening to the American Opera. And what they were playing was Marriage of Figaro, which is fun. It's kind of a comedy, it has its poignant moments. But I was driving home, and I was thinking, this is an amazing recording. And it was live, because with opera, it's important to be live, because opera audiences are kind of crazy. Like, they really clap, they really interrupt, and it's a whole lot of fun because of the audience. But it was a live recording, and it was really, really great. And I was expecting at the end of it to be told, this is the Met, or this is Santa Fe, or this is New York, or something like that. But at the end of it, they say, this is the Milwaukee Opera. And I was like, what? Like, who's going to broadcast the Milwaukee Opera? And the thing is, whenever you click on, like, if you search Marriage of Figaro and you want like a YouTube recording, they're going to give you the Met, or they're going to give you London, or they're going to give you somebody that's overplayed and gets too much attention. But if there's a lot of great regional operas, like in Austin and in Milwaukee and in, all the different little towns, there's a lot of great opera that's generally not being heard. But if you come here, if you come to KSJE, they will find it for you and play it for you, and it's the best thing ever. So I need you to go to KSJE.com, click on the support tab, and help us, right? We want to see more of this. And I didn't mention it, but we also have a lot of great programming. Everybody knows about Scott's Show in the Morning, where everybody locally comes on. It gives us a voice to talk about what we're doing, and it gives you, and like when I'm an audience member, the opportunity to listen in on what's going on. I love hearing Chief Hebby talk about what's going on with FPD, things like that. It's not normally entertaining. They make it entertaining, but it's incredibly informative. But if you want entertainment, the best hour you can spend on the radio is Turntable Taxi. And it's played like a lot. And it's this really great idea for a show. And what they do is Freuden goes out and he finds amazing music, and then he plays it on the radio. And it's like the most original idea ever. I don't know why other people don't do this, but it's a lot of fun. But also, there's Freuden's Turntable Taxi, but also College Radio Hour. If you're not listening to that, I mean, Top 40 plays a lot of great rock music and a lot of great stuff, but there's not a lot there's a lot that's not being played. Kind of like the Milwaukee, but imagine the Milwaukee situation, but new stuff. And so there's a lot of stuff that basically the station goes out and finds for you that you haven't heard of that you should be listening to. And so because of that, you should go to KSJE.com, click on the support tab, and basically type in your PayPal number. While you're online, go to Facebook and search Theater Ensemble Arts. If you're interested in what we're doing, find our page, like it, and then follow us. And there's volunteer opportunities. We tell you what's going on. We post funny pictures of Brit.
This is true.
We post funny pictures of cute little dogs. And so we do everything. But if you want to find us, Theater Ensemble Arts, Inc., like us and tell us what you're enjoying and be a fan. So let's talk about the shows. 4 Weddings and an Elvis. Like, Joey, what's this about?
Four Weddings and an Elvis is about a lady who's been running a wedding chapel in Vegas for a number of years, and she has married all kinds of different couples. And on one day, she just has this incredible day where she has these different couples that come in to get married for a variety of different reasons. Some of those may not be love or anything.
Is any
like
of this
that.
normal? Like, is this like what we would call a normal day at the job?
I don't know if being a wedding chapel owner is quite a normal job, but no, it's not. It's a hilarious show. It's going to have a great cast. It's going to have a great director.
Well, we have a lot of talent, but what I remember reading this, like, because what we do to pick plays is we sit in a coffee shop and we read the plays. We had a hard time finishing this because we couldn't stop laughing.
Right.
And we actually read it like a couple of seasons ago, and we went with other directions last season, but this was really funny. So in terms of the music, like Four Weddings and an Elvis, it's not going to be hard to figure out what we're going to be playing. And so I'll just let Scott take it away with our first option here. And then I'll let you guess what we're playing.
Bright light city, gonna set my soul on fire. Got a whole lot of money that's ready to burn, so get those stakes up higher. There's 1,000 pretty women waiting out there. They're all living the devil may care, and I'm just a devil with love to spare. So viva Las Vegas, viva Las Vegas. How I wish that there were more than 24 hours in the day. Even if there were 40 more, I wouldn't sleep a minute away. Oh, there's blackjack and poker and the roulette wheel, a fortune won and lost on every deal. All you need is a strong heart and a nerve of steel. Viva Las Vegas, viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas with your neon flashing and your one-armed bandits crashing all those hopes down the drain. Viva Las Vegas, turning day into nighttime, turning night into daytime. If you see it once, you'll never be the same again. I'm gonna keep on the run, I'm gonna have me some fun. It cost me my very last dime. If I wind up broke, well, I'll always remember that I had a swing in time. I'm gonna give it everything I've got. Lady luck, please let the dice stay hot. Let me shoot a 7 with every shot. Viva Las Vegas, viva Las Vegas, viva Las Vegas, viva, viva Las Vegas.
Hey, good morning. This is KSJE at 90.9. My name is Chris Spinner, and I'm here with
Joey Herring.
And Brit Ward.
And we're here, we're with Theater Ensemble Arts, and we're here talking about our 2020 season. We're playing some music related to that. And we're reminding you that we're in fundraising season for KSJE. So please go to ksje.com, click on the support tab, follow the instructions, and give KSJE your money because it is member supported. So what we're doing is we're talking about our 2020 season. We're playing music that is sometimes related to that, sometimes not related to that, but certainly inspired by that. And our first play of 2020, and when does it open?
Four Weddings and an Elvis opens on Valentine's Day.
Right. So if you're needing date ideas for Valentine's Day, we have a romantic comedy. You will laugh. You will not cry. You can hold hands.
Correction, you might
Is it
cry
you
from
crying?
laughing.
You might cry from laughing. Yeah,
I've read that
Yeah.
script. There's Klingon in that script. That's hilarious.
There is. Oh, right. So
There's Klingon.
yeah. And if you're gonna audition for that, we're gonna have you bring your own Klingon dictionary. So be prepared for that. So there's a lot of Elvis in this piece, and so the music that we're doing is kind of related to Elvis, but it's a really kind of a loud play, lots of colors, lots of big characters, and luckily there's a novel that got turned into a movie like last year, maybe the year before, called Crazy Rich Asians. And it kind of, even though it's taking place, far away, it had kind of an Elvis feel to it with the loud colors and all that. And during a wedding scene, they played a really great Elvis song, and so we're going to play that now, and I hope you like it.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. So take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you, for I can't help falling in love with you.
You're listening to KSJE, the information and cultural beacon of the Four Corners, and it's DJ for the day or the hour. And we're Theater Ensemble Arts. We're here to inspire you to support KSJE because it is a member-supported radio station, and I think it's kind of a great thing. We were actually talking a little bit in the lobby about how radio has changed over the years, and there's a lot of different platforms for it, but what I think is interesting is that KSJE is a community station, and it's where you get community information. It's where you get things you can't get anywhere else on a regular, broadcast radio station. So please go to ksje.com and click on their supporter tab and support this station.
Yeah, well, because most everybody you hear on the radio here, you know. Like it's like oh, I know that. You know, it's like, and it makes it a lot of fun. But yeah, certainly. But yeah, and I started talking over everybody.
Oh, I think that, I just went off on a tangent, but I think we're going to talk about the second show of our
Which
23rd
is, yeah.
season.
That's Sherlock Holmes and the Sinister Trio, which was written by me. Yay! No, it was actually a fun project because we had talked about doing a thriller last season, and we were also talking about ways to incorporate local talent. And I was like, well, I like to write. I've never really produced a play before, so I started writing. We talked about doing something that was known, a known quantity, public domain, because then we don't have to pay for it. But Sherlock,
But you've done everything else for us, right? You've been every other role pretty much.
I've done a lot of things. I'm not as cool as Melanie about it, but I've acted, I've directed, I've produced, I've done what I've ever been asked of me, and this was kind of a fun new experience.
It's the only thing left that's new.
Right. And it was interesting because I've never done the mercenary writing thing before. I usually write my characters. It's my weird idea in the background of whatever thing that's inspiring me today. And with Sherlock Holmes, I had to make it a little more concrete. I had to actually write an outline for a change as opposed to just winging it. And so it was a fascinating thing, delving into the psychology of another person's work.
Speaking of like delving, what's the status of the script?
Well, see, this has been a running joke with Chris and me because I'm technically on my third-ish, fourth-ish draft. It's not precise.
Yeah.
And he makes fun of me every time I mention it's done, but ...
I get all studio exec on him. It's like we need this delivered by a certain time and place. Do you know how many drafts you're going to have by the end of this journey?
If I were to be honest, probably 6. but each subsequent draft becomes more of a tidy draft and not I'm not reworking anything.
So we're going from major rewrites to like tweaks and different things like that.
Joey can attest to the first draft being kind of like, what is this? To the second draft being a much more polished.
Do you know who did it? Yeah.
I think you're being really humble because it's a great script and it is naturally characters that we're all really familiar with, or most of us are familiar with, but they're very well drawn, and it really brings in the qualities of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle that I really like, which is like that, the supernatural, the suspense. It's well done. It's going to be a really cool show.
It's fun, and what I like about this, so tell us, between the Benedict Cumberbatch version and the Robert Downey Jr. version, which is your favorite?
So I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I prefer the Guy Ritchie, Robert Downey Jr. vehicle. I don't like the BBC show that much. I'm going to just say it. I think it's a little dour. It's a little, Sherlock Holmes has levity. There should be, it can have darkness, but it also has levity. And I watched that BBC show thinking, this is just so depressing. This is to the point where I find it uninteresting. I tune out very quickly when that show's on.
Right, because sharp acting and sharp writing is offensive to you? Is that kind of what I'm hearing?
Or, you were cherry picking, sir.
Wow, you picked like the losing side. That's impressive. I'm happy.
Wow.
Maybe I didn't want to sit in the middle there.
For those of you just listening, Joey's in between us. And just for those of you listening, whatever side he was going to say, I was going to take the opposite side.
Well, he mentioned before the show that his lawyering skills are on point today. I agree, jerk.
so I don't know. We're going to play 2 songs, and this is kind of a good way to get people to go to the KSJE. So we're going to play the first song is from the BBC version. So if you're a Cumberbatch fan, please. Are people calling in to donate, or is it just going online, Scott?
They are donating online. We already have one donation from one Melanie Leeson, so thank you, Melanie, for donating today, and appreciate it very much.
She's amazing.
She
just keeps getting more and more amazing. So anyway, if you prefer the Cumberbatch BBC version, we're going to play an excerpt from the season 1, episode 1 of that Sherlock, and then afterwards we're going to play a Hans Zimmer piece from the Robert Downey Jr. So vote with your money, and the first one is Pursuit by David Arnold and Michael Price from Sherlock, and the second will be I Never Woke Up in Handcuffs Before from Sherlock Holmes. So we'll do Pursuit first from BBC. Hey, good morning again. You're listening to KSJE 90.9. This is Chris. I'm with Theater Ensemble Arts, and I'm here with
Joey Herring.
And Brit Ward.
And we're doing two things. We're playing music that's related to our 2020 season at Theater Ensemble Arts, and right now we're on Sherlock. And we're also reminding everybody that now is the time to go to ksje.com, click on the support tab, and give KSJE your money. And what we're doing right now is we're doing Sherlock Holmes as a play. And we're doing that when? April 17th. This is in our April production. And we're doing kind of a competition between the Cumberbatch fans and the Robert Downey Jr. fans. And so we just played an excerpt, I think it's them chasing a taxi through London from the BBC show. And we're about to do a excerpt called I Never Woke Up in Handcuffs Before by Hans Zimmer. He's probably the better composer, but I say Cumberbatch is the better actor. Ooh. And don't slash my tires for saying that, people. And so whenever Scott's ready to hit play, we're ready to listen.
Good morning. This is KSJE 90.9, and it's DJ for a Day with Theater Ensemble Arts. I'm Joey Herring, along with Brit Ward and Christopher Spinner. And we were just talking about how KSJE is member supported, and they're in the middle of their fundraising drive right now. So if you'd like to continue to have the wonderful community programs that KSJE offers, please go to their website, ksje.com, and click on the support tab and donate today. You can donate a one-time contribution, or you can do a monthly type of contribution. If you are a college employee, you can do
payroll deduction.
Yes, we can payroll deductions. So we hope you'll do that, because during our hour here, we're also doing a drawing for 2 season tickets to Theater Ensemble Arts upcoming 23rd season. So if you donate during this hour, you'll be eligible to win a pair of season tickets to a great season.
That's like a 2-for-1 deal, because you keep getting amazing radio, and then you get an amazing season with Theater Ensemble Arts.
Right.
Yeah. Also, while you're online, go to Facebook and find KSJE and like and follow them on Facebook. But go to Theater Ensemble Arts. We have a page on Facebook that's our primary way of giving you information about what we're doing. And we do more than just acting. We do a lot of cleaning. We do a lot of meetings and fun stuff like that. So if you want to be a part of us, or if you at least want to hear what we're doing, find our page, like us.
Well, and if you don't know anything about Theater Ensemble Arts, it's your community theater. This is our 23rd 23rd year. We're a nonprofit organization, and we're all volunteer. We put on 3 regular season shows a year. And we, it's all open auditions, it's all volunteers. So we're always looking for people who want to come in and act or sweep or, do any number of things. There's so many things that go on behind the scenes of putting on a live theatrical production.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes, and it's fun too.
Right. Oh, I think, and with theater, there's literally every single possible known skill is required to participate. Seriously, every single job you can think of, theater has some version of that. And so if all you know how to do is hammer nails, man, we still need you.
Oh, yes, yes. And it's a great social experience too, because you meet so many wonderful, cool people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I've never been on stage, right? Well, I've been on stage, but not as an acting role. Like you don't have to act to work with us.
Right.
Like if you just want to be a part of the magic.
Not
then,
yet. Not been on stage yet.
Yeah, it may happen.
And we have a commitment as Theater Ensemble Arts to our local talent here in San Juan County in the Four Corners. I think people underestimate the talent pool we have with actors and beyond. And we have a real emphasis, especially this season, on just local talent. Come in here and be part of the magic.
Crazy amount of talent, and it's crazy amount of fun. So what we're doing is we're talking about our 2020 season, and we've got 4 weddings and an Elvis. We've just talked about Sherlock Holmes and the what? Sherlock Holmes and
Sinister Trio.
Sinister Trio.
Whoa.
It's an etymology joke. You'll have to see the play to know what it means.
Yeah.
If you know your etymology,
assuming you ever finish writing it, we'll be able to, be able
Wow.
to see it. Oh, I know. I just can't. Too much coffee.
Yeah.
And then next we've got A Midsummer Night's Dream, and I'm kind of doing a transitional song. Anytime I'm on the radio, I have to play The Clash. So we've got London Calling as a way of transitioning from Sherlock to Shakespeare, and whenever that's ready, we can just hear it.
Boys and girls, London calling. Now don't look to us. Phony Beatlemania has bitten the dust. London calling. See, we ain't got no swing except for the rain and the truncheon thing. The ice age is coming, the sun's zooming in. Meltdown expected, the wheat is going thin. Engines stop running, but I have no fear, 'cause London is drowning. I live by the river, to the imitation zone. Forget it, brother, you can go it alone. London calling to the zombies of death. Quit holding out and draw another breath. London calling, and I don't wanna shout, but while we were talking, I saw you nodding out. London calling, see, we ain't got no hide, except for that one with the yellowy eyes. The ice age is coming, the sun's zooming in. Engines stop running, the wheat is going thin. A nuclear error, but I have no fear, 'cause London is drowning. I live by the river. The ice age is coming, the sun's zooming in. Engines stop running, the wheat is going thin. A nuclear error, but I have no fear, 'cause London is drowning. I live by the river. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, oh. Now get this. if it was true. London calling at the top of the dial, and after all this, won't you give me a smile? London calling. I never felt so much alike.
Good morning. It's 90.9 KSJE. I'm Joy Herring with Theater Ensemble Arts, along with...
This is Chris.
And I'm Brit over here.
Right, my bookends. But we're here today because it's DJ for a Day, and KSJE is right in the middle of their fundraising drive because they are a member-supported public radio station. So if you like to listen to shows like Turntable Taxi or Roving with the Arts, please go to their website, ksje.com, and hit the support button and give today so that they can continue to bring great programming to everyone in the Four Corners.
And continue to put us on the air, because anytime we have a play, we're in front of the mics talking about it to y'all. And like, we need this. And so it's a really great resource for us. It's a really great resource for y'all. So please, ksje.com, click on support, give money.
Well, and I just on a personal level, I've worked with Mr. Scott Micklin here for a long time ago. I helped when Nick worked here. I worked on a little radio program called A Review Too Far, and it was one of the best experiences in terms of, it opened up a lot of avenues for me, and at every single turn, Scott was always very supportive of us and very encouraging and offered advice, even if he didn't want to offer it, because I would beat down his door and be like, "Hey, Scott, I have a question." But seriously, I think KSJ is a wonderful station, and it has a great leader seeing it into the what is it once more unto the breach, But I adore this station and absolutely firmly believe in supporting it. It is one of my favorite go-tos. And Chris, you mentioned classical music. I can't write without classical music anymore. When I was writing Sherlock, I had Puccini in my ear the whole time. So
right. Mm-hmm. And so we're here. We're sharing all this with you about kind of our personal love of KSJE, and we're also talking about our 2020 season. And we've talked about Four Weddings and an Elvis. We've played some music from that. We've talked about Sherlock Holmes and the Sinister Trio, and we've played some music from that. And now we're talking about
Shakespeare.
Woo, Shakespeare, the old bard himself.
Right, A Midsummer Night's Dream. And this was I think this was like a joke. So like last year we were reading for Robin Hood, and we knew we wanted to do Robin Hood, but we couldn't find a script. And so we were like reading script after script after script, and I think somebody just said, well, if we can't do this, we can just do A Midsummer Night's Dream. And then everybody just kind of stopped and said, wow, that's a great idea. And so last summer we did Robin Hood. This year we're going to do A Midsummer Night's Dream because we think it's a great idea. We're doing it. It's going to show at Lions Wilderness on August 13th, 14th, 15th, and then 20th, 21st, and 22nd. So we do one weekend, then another weekend. And did we find a director?
Oh, man.
Oh, that's some guy named
Some guy off
Ford.
the
I don't
street.
know.
Well, you guys keep letting me back in. I think that's a mistake.
Right, so are you going to do like a regular Midsummer, or are you going to do like Punk Fairies? What are you going to do?
Even if I've toyed with the idea, sometimes those really heavy concept pieces can be annoying,
Inaccessible?
offensive. Inaccessible. That's a great word.
Right.
I definitely want to play with ideas, but in terms of setting, time period, it will be authentic as this play can be. Because if you really look at it, it's a blend of two different eras in time itself. So
and so basically, the plot is a bunch of people who aren't getting what they want get released into the forest with magical, mystical creatures, right?
And they're from a mythology that isn't even they're Greek, and the fairies are from like Celtic mythology.
Yeah, something like that. And so, love triangles. Tell us about the love triangles.
Well, so you have, of course, your two male leads who I didn't write my notes down, even though I've read it a million times. I believe it's Lysander and Demetrius.
Right.
Amazing those names left me. They're both pining for the same young woman, and then there's another young woman who is pining for one of them, and this leads to a comedy of errors, if you will.
Right. and then we have fairies, and we've got Oberon and Puck, and what do they do?
And, they throw every wrench they can into every single works that are available.
Right.
I definitely think where we're going to have the most fun, and if we're going to be a little concepty, it'll be with the fairies. I just to give people a little bit of foreshadowing, if you think of Robin Williams' very anachronistic genie in Aladdin, that's kind of what I'm thinking for the fairies, because that's where you can have the most fun and play with the most sort of ideas. That said, the costuming won't be period accurate, because I definitely want neon craziness in those togas. So.
Well, it's a fun play, so you might as well do it. So we're here. So one of the things is that there's casting of spells, right?
Yes.
And why do they cast the spells?
That's a wonderful question.
Yeah.
I don't mean what you mean. Like, why do they cast?
Well,
the
there's a
spell?
couple of different motives, right? Why does Oberon cast
motive.
a spell on his wife? What does he want?
Well, so this is going to get a little tricky, because even though there's no spoilers, because this is
Yeah, you're not wanting to.
there's elements that will be unique to this production that I don't want to get into just yet.
But he's jealous, right?
He is jealous.
And we can share
I think
that.
that's the thematic overriding
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
emotion of this entire play is jealousy.
Yeah, and so like that's we have like these days when we talk about jealousy, we have soap operas or like reality
Right.
television. Shakespeare has throw people into the woods with fairies.
Right.
And not everything is as it seems.
Right. Well, and I think one of the fun things about this show is, people like to, Shakespeare's one of those targets for, I don't want to jump into just postmodern dissertation here, but he tends to be the subject of, he was a bad person because of this. But I feel like, especially in this play, he's overtly lampooning certain things like say, misogyny and stuff. This play opens on some of the most misogynist discussion ever, and I think it does so specifically to vilify the people doing it. And I really want to combine that with jealousy. I really want to play up on those. I like the idea of most of the male leads being that sort of foppish, bordering on effeminate kind of. Just they're not. You can't take them seriously as masculine, even though they try to put that out there.
Well, because it's in the beginning, it's basically two old guys deciding what happens to a teenage girl.
You either
and
die
she's
or
like, no.
go to become a nun.
She basically says, "Okay, boomer." Like it's really what she says. And what's weird is when we listen to it again, it's like he's like, "Well, this is Shakespeare. This is old." No. The language may be a bit dated, but it's still fresh, and the themes are so current.
Right.
It's almost weirdly current.
And true to
everything that's going on.
I absolutely agree. And then, true to Shakespeare's style, it's not some black and white image here. It's very much that even the people who are wink wink on the right, or in the right, excuse me. Wow, we got political there.
Yeah, stay away from that.
In the right, that were not always still right about things. I like that. I like that there's no real clear-cut good guy, and that people all kind of get their comeuppance. And then that play ends with an episode of Mystery Science Theater 3000 where the leads are literally watching a play and lampooning it. I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, no, that really works. So we're playing music related to this, and this is KSJE, right? So all of you know that there's a Mendelssohn piece. We're not going to play the Mendelssohn Orchestra piece. It's amazing. It's mysterious, but it's. I've been to too many weddings, so we don't need to hear that. Also, yes, I'm completely aware of Benjamin Britten's opera. It is brilliant, but it's also completely unfunny. Which there's a lot of humor in the play, and I'm a Britten fan. I listen to the War Requiem at least once a month, but we're not going to go that direction. We're going to go a different direction. We're going to follow the themes, and so I found a really great song by Nina Simone called "I Put a Spell on You."
I put a spell on you. Cause you're mine. You better stop the things you do. I ain't lying. No, I ain't lying. You know I can't stand it. You're running around. You know better, Daddy. I can't stand it 'cause you put me down. Yeah. I put a spell on you. Because you're mine. You're mine. a spell on you. You're mine.
You're listening to KSJE, your cultural beacon for the Four Corners area. Hey guys, this is Brit Ward. I'm from Theater Ensemble Arts, and to my left, even though some of you can't see that, are
Joey Herring.
And this is Chris, and we were just talking about the KSJE Christmas tree. I'm not going to reveal anything, but I will reveal that KSJE is winning the Festival of Trees this year. Just be ready for that to happen.
I'm on board.
Scott just gave us his plans. He gave us the secrets. They're amazing. But right now, we need you to go to ksje.com. Click on the support tab, give money. This is a member-supported station. This station does a lot of amazing things, bringing you national programming, bringing you wonderful local programming, giving you a lot of local information, including Theater Ensemble Arts, and that's who we're here with. And so while you're online, go to Facebook, click on and find KSJE and like them on Facebook. Also come to Theater Ensemble Arts. We are your community theater, and if you like us on Facebook, you'll get updates on not just our plays, but auditions, opportunities to volunteer, opportunities to just hang out with us. We are cool people, and if you hang out with us, you will be cool too. And so what are we doing now? I've forgotten.
Well, right now, if you donate to KSJE during this hour, you're going to be entered into a drawing to win 2 season tickets to Theater Ensemble Arts' upcoming 23rd season, which is going to feature Four Weddings and an Elvis by Nancy Frick, and Sherlock Holmes and the Sinister Trio by Brit Ward, and A Midsummer Night's Dream by Shakespeare, which will be done at Lions Wilderness Park. And our first 2 shows are always done at the Totoc Theater downtown.
Yeah, and so the first show, Four Weddings and an Elvis, it's a comedy. It's a romantic comedy, and it is opening on
February 14th.
Right. So if you
ultimate date night.
Ultimate date night. And I kind of wondered, it's like we should do February 14th as a date night, and then maybe like for people who just broke up on February 15th or something. Like there's a radio station in Austin. On February 14th they'll play like love songs, but on February 15th they'll play breakup songs, and it's really really cathartic. And so we may have to do like a February 15th theme for the single people out there, but definitely date night February 14th. And so we good? 1 minute?
We should mention audition dates, actually.
Yes, talk about audition dates.
So we have auditions for Four Weddings and an Elvis. That'll be Saturday, November 30th. That'll be 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And then Tuesday, December 3rd, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. That'll be at the Theater Ensemble Arts Scene Shop, 818 West Arrington.
And you can catch us on Facebook and find out more details if you need those.
And it'll be a cold read. You don't have to have a monologue. But if you have one, feel free. We always like to hear those. Those are wonderful.
Yeah, but just some advice on the cold read. You're going to have a hard time keeping a straight face. It is a really funny script, so do that.
Test your professionalism as an actor.
Yeah, so we're running out of time. Go to ksje.com, click on support, give money, and we're going to close out with another Elvis piece in honor of our first play.
Conversation, a little more action, please. All this aggravation ain't satisfaction in me. A little more bite, a little less bark, a little less fight, a little more spark. And close your mouth and open up your heart, and baby, satisfy me. Satisfy me, baby. Baby, close your eyes and listen to the music and dig to the summer breeze. It's a groovy night and I can show you how to use it. To come along with me and put your mind at ease. Hey, a little less conversation, a little more action, please. All this aggravation and satisfaction in me. A little more bite, a little less bark, a little less fight, a little more spark. Shut your mouth and open up your heart, and baby, satisfy me. Satisfy me, baby. Come on, baby, I'm tired of talking. Grab your coat and let's start walking. Come on, come on. 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 Don't procrastinate, don't articulate. Girl, it's getting late. You just sit and wait around. A little less conversation, a little more action. All this aggravation ain't satisfaction in me. A little more fight, a little less spark. A little less fight, a little more spark. Close your mouth and open up your heart, and baby, satisfy me. Satisfy me, baby. Satisfy me, baby. Satisfy me, baby. Satisfy me, baby. Satisfy me. Satisfy me, baby. Satisfy me, baby. Satisfy me. Satisfy me.
KSJE's DJ for a Day continues this afternoon at 2 p.m. with the PIO show. It is Georgette Allen and Devin Neely from the city of Farmington and San Juan County. This is the information and cultural beacon of the Four Corners, KSJE, Farmington, New Mexico. Join us today by becoming a member, ksje.com/support. KSJE is a listener-supported radio station broadcasting from San Juan College